Hello, great Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world. You are welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending your location. Uchechi Kanu, the wife of Maze Nnamdi Kanu, says that her husband fighting darker forces than Nelson Mandela. That the fight Nelson Mandela fought when he was fighting the apartheid regime in South Africa, that you cannot compare it with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's fight, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting against forces, that evil forces, more than what Nelson Mandela fought. Which is true, to be honest with you. I agree with her in this one. To be honest with you. Our leader, this evil bunch of evil criminals and devilish judges you have in Nigeria, they are evil. I'm telling you, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's, the fight is fighting. It's not just, it's fighting with these deadliest and darker forces or darkest forces, or any, I don't know how you want to explain it. Uchechi Kanu, the wife of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, leader of Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOP, has said her husband is fighting against forces darker than those Nelson Mandela faced in South Africa. She emphasized that Kanu is not a terrorist, but Africa's greatest freedom fighter. Posting on X, she wrote, "The Igbo youth and students are in solidarity with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. He is the greatest African freedom fighter that exists and the leader of millions of Biafrans scattered all over the world who are under his umbrella, IPOP." Uchechi noted that though the IPOP leader is not perfect, because no human being is, he loves his people and his people love him, and many are willing to protect him with their last breath. And you know what? Nelson Mandela fought in the arena apartheid with those amiable to reasoning. Despite his brutality, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, however, fights is an arena against forces far more darker than Nelson Mandela, she added. Kanu is currently serving a life sentence at Sokoto Correctional Center after being convicted by Justice James Omotosho of an Abuja Federal High Court. He was sentenced for charges related to terrorism stemming from his agitation for accusation of Biafra, sovereignty of Biafra nation. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but for me, what she makes sense here. This fight Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting is against deeper and the darker forces that we could ever imagine. The evil forces behind Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's problem, these people, the group of people, judges you are seeing, they are not ordinary human beings. You might be seeing them, like they are not ordinary human beings. They are evil people. That's why right now we must put Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's problem and the case into the hands of Chukwu Abiyama. Because the whole thing now is no more, is not about how good you are in law professional or judge professional or something like that. No. This one now is gone out of it. Now is spiritual. So that's why what she said here makes sense. Now Mazen Nnamdi Kanu need to be committed in the hands of Chukwu Abiyama. And is the only one at this moment that will deliver Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from the hands of these evil people. So right now, the whole thing is no more in the hands of human beings. We must commit our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to the hands of Chukwuokike Abiama to serve him. He's the only one now that will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Forget about all these people, all this talk, or he will be released. No. The only person, the only thing now that will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is from Chukwuokike Abiama, the Almighty God. That's the only one that can take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of from this mess. What she said, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting the bigger and the heavier and the, evil forces. That's why the judge, his lawyers, they try their best. They try their best, but you don't expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get justice in a country ruled by terrorists, in a country ruled by corrupt leaders. You don't expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get justice. And how much they have spent billions to be able to get to brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya down to Nigeria. You expect they will just release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu like that, or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get justice? No, these are a bunch of evil people. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never get justice, or will never be released from these people, except God intervention. Except God intervention. That's the only thing that will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that will get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free from the hands of this bunch of group of evil judges, corrupt criminals you have over there in that country. So she makes sense, to be honest with you. She makes sense. She makes sense. That's why we must keep on praying without ceasing when it comes to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. Because at this moment, no other thing will get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out from there. If you like, go and bring the best lawyer in the whole world. Once it's in Nigeria, nothing can happen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not get released. If it's somewhere where rules of law or where country just laws are obeyed or something like that, yes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will get justice, but not in Nigeria. You don't expect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released just like that. No. Because they have planned it already long time ago, that each time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in our net, no matter whatever, he will not be released. And that's what happened. That's why they sentenced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to life. An innocent man being sentenced to life. Why corrupt, evil, terrorist people that have committed more than, evil atrocities out there walking freely. So she makes sense here. She makes sense here. Leave your comment. Let me know what you think about it.